we are dealing with the HTML body elements by using the HTML structure and the CSS styling. In the previous video, we had seen about how we are going to use the paragraphs and how we are going to make it scrollable and how we are going to apply the ellipses to it. In this video, we are going to learn how we are going to give the headings for our paragraphs. As I had given the short notes for you, headings are defined using the H. N refers to the number of numbers from scale 1 to 6, and headings are required to make the topics the page SEO friendly. Now let's see what we had drawn in the previous video. As I told you, we had drawn this one as we drawn the how we are going to use the block code. As I told you, block code is the summary at the introduction which is provided on the top, and afterwards we have the number of paragraphs when we have, so we can use the block codes. So just have a look what we had drawn. This is what we have drawn in the previous video. This is the scrollable paragraph, and I had given this is the normal paragraphs and this is the block code. Now for this paragraphs we are going to give the headings. Default headings are from 1 to 6. We don't have any number above the 6 and below the 1. This is what we have. So just have a look how we are going to apply the headings by using the H. So we had gone through how we are going to use the paragraph with the P, and we had see all the body semantics and the elements in the previous videos. You can watch over there and you can learn. So in the previous video, as I told you, we had completed the scrollable paragraph and the ellipses. I had shown you the ellipses in the front page. We don't have the space, so we have to use in this way. This is the ellipsis, this is the huge paragraph, but we are not going to have the space in the entry page, so we will keep in this way. So when we keep the mouse over on it, we will get the all the data what we have provided over there, all are all the paragraph what we have allow. So we when we click on this dot, it has to open. So as of now we haven't know how to give the logic and the reason behind it, so we are just drawing. So as I told you, HTML is a language to draw. It cannot give the logic and it cannot give the buttons to make it work. We can make the buttons but we cannot make it work. So just we are drawing it. So as I this is the ellipsis, and I had shown how we are going to make a scrollable paragraphs and the ellipses. So in this video, as I told you, we are starting with the headings, how we are going to apply the headings. So just have a look for this block code. I am giving the heading as a h1. H1, as I told you, we have only numbers from 1 to 6. So I am giving is a block code it as I am giving a summary or introduction, or I am giving the intro. Just have a look how I haven't given any of the stylings to it. So just have a look. Default it has some stylings. So I had given the heading, so it's showing it as the intro. So in this way we are going to apply the headings to our paragraphs are of the any topic. So I am removing these terms and conditions and I am giving in a heading. So in the previous video we had given all the stylings to it. We are no need to give the stylings, just we can make it in simple way. I am removing this and I am keeping in heading h2, and I am removing this and I am keeping it as a h2. Just have a look how it's going to appear. Now I haven't given any of the stylings. Default it has some stylings, so you can have a look, it has some stylings. So I will give for the paragraphs too, I will give some of the headings name so that you will understand easily. So for the paragraph 1, I will give as a h3 as a para 1, and I have given, so I will give this as a h4 para 2. So now just have a look. So just have a look, we have difference in the size. When I had given for the h1, it has a bold letters and the size of the alphabets and the size is bigger than the h2. This is the h3 and this is the h4. You can observe it here. As I told you, it has default, it has some stylings. So how we are going to, I'm going to show you how we are going to remove the default stylings. If we want to remove stylings from the headings, how we are going to use it. Default, it has some stylings. As I told you, it has a font size, font weight, and the display as a block. It has the stylings with default. So we use the headings in such way. So as I told you, we have the headings from h1 to h6. H1 is the highest and the h6 is the lowest one. So in this way we are going to give the headings. So as you can observe it here, we had given the h1, h2, h3, and the h4. So now I am showing you how we are going to remove this default styling in some of the cases. If you want to remove this stylings, this is the default stylings. So you can observe we haven't given any stylings to it. Default, it has styling of a font size, font weight, and display as block. These three stylings it has default. So if we want to remove any one of these or we want to remove three of these, how we are going to remove this default stylings. So just have a look how we are going to remove. So in the style section, so I want to remove for the h1. So if we want to remove all the three stylings, so just we will keep it as a all, and we will check this as an unset. Now when I had given for all three of the stylings, we had given for the unset. So now just have a look, it remove all the default stylings from our heading. So now just have a look, it is going to appear in this way. So instead of removing all the three, just I want to remove the font weight. So how we are going to do so? So instead of that, the three of the, I don't want to remove two, I want to remove only one of the styling. So how we are going to do so? Instead of all, I will give as a font, I will give font weight as unset. Unset is to remove the default stylings. So we will use the unset. So it will unset our. So as I remove, so you can see there is a remove in the weight. I had removed the font weight, so it is displaying in this way. In this way, we will remove the three of, if we want to remove all the stylings, so we will use the all. If we want to remove any particular, as I told you, it has three: font size, font weight, and the display. So if we want to remove any one of the stylings, so we can use the specific name. And if we want to remove three of it, so we will use the all. In this way, we will use the headings and we can remove the default stylings. So as I told you, headings have 1 to 6. 1 is the highest one, 6 is for the lowest one. If we want to remove any of the default stylings, we use the specific name and we will use it as unset. If we want to remove all of the default stylings, so we will use all and we will keep it as a unset. In this way we are going to use the headings. It is a part of the body elements. So I had teaching with the paragraphs with the headings. So related to this, we have another topic we are going to cover in the next video. What we have, the next topic, in the next video we are going to learn how we are going to apply the text formatting elements we are going to see how we are going to deal with the text formatting elements in the next video. Please watch the video to the end and learn how we are going to apply the headings and how we are going to remove the default stylings from it. Thank you. Have a good one.